Hi guys, this is our 13th session and second session of AXI protocol. So in previous session we have discussed about various channels and some basic features and also their handshaking mechanism, like as we can see over here, right? So in today's session, in second part, we will discuss about read burst operation, right? So as we can see here, this is our slave or memory, and in read channel there are two type of channels, sub channels. One is read address, another one is read data. So what read address consists? It consists some control and address information of the read data or data whatever we want to read from the slave, and in read data we will get here, as you can see, the direction of the arrow is outward. So we will get the chunks of data, right? As we can see, in read address consist some signals like byte type, number of transfer, byte per transfer, and in read data we will get chunks of data. What is the mean of chunks? Some pieces of data, right? So as we can see, and we already discussed in our previous session in AXI part 1, there are some handshaking mechanisms. So here in read burst operation there are two types of handshaking mechanism. One is used for this channel, read address channel, another one is used for read data channel. So in read address channel the name is AR ready and AR valid, right? And as we can see, the direction of the arrow, AR ready will initiated by the slave and AR valid is initiated by the master. And in read data channel, R ready will initiated by that master and R valid is initiated by the slave, right? Okay. Now we can see all the name of all signals. In read address channel we used AR ready, AR valid, these two signals used for handshaking mechanism. After that AR burst, AR size, AR length and AR address. What is the AR address? It will give the address location, right? What is that AR burst? It will tell the type of burst. There are three types of burst: fixed, increment and wrapping. AR size, the size of the transfer, and AR length, the length of the transfer. We will discuss these things in this session, and here we will fetch the data. Signal name is R data and this is R response. It will tell whether the our communication is okay or not okay. After that, this is the R last signal. So what is the mean of signal? When slave will send the last transfer of a burst, that in that time this signal should be high, right? It will tell that this is the final or last transfer of a particular burst operation, right? After that, this is R ready and R valid, both for handshaking mechanism as we discussed earlier, right? So as we can see, this is AR burst. So it is a 2-bit signal, 00, 01, 10 and 11. 11 is reserved, it is not used, right? So 00 stands for fixed burst type. That means like some FIFO type memory operation, because in FIFO we are sending the data every time on single or same location and we are fetching from that location. This is if the value of AR burst is 01, that means increment type, incrementing address burst, and this is used for sequential memory where address is incrementing in some order, right? And third one is 10. 10 means wrapping. There is a something concept of wrapping, means the example is cache line memory, and the means of wrapping is master will send some starting address and we have to find the higher limit and lower limit, or higher boundary and lower boundary. So from starting address it will goes to the higher boundary and after that return back to the lower boundary address. In our next session we will see that calculation. So next signal is AR size. As we can see, this is the 3-bit signals. and start from 0 0 0 to 111. That means if the value is 000, that means the value of 0, that means burst size is 1, that means we are sending 1 byte transfer, and if it is 1, that we are sending 2 byte transfer. Simple. 2 raised to the power 0 is 1, 2 raised to the power 1 is 2, and similarly 2 raised to the power 2 is 4, and so on, right. This is our next signal called AR-LAN. So it will tell number of data transfer, how many data transfer we are performing, right. So if the value is 0, that means 1 data transfer. If the value is 1, that means 2 data transfer, and if the value is 1 1 1 1, so that means we are sending 16 number of transfer. Simply the value of AR-LAN and the relation between number of data transfer is +1, because it is 0. So 0 plus 1 1, and when the value is in binary 1, that means 1 plus 1 is 2, and when the value is 2, that means 2 plus 1 is 3. That is the simple way to remember such things. So as we can see the waveform, so this is our clock, right. After that AR ready, AR valid, AR burst, AR length, AR size, and AR address. Up to this part, up to AR address, right, this is our one channel signal, this one, that means read address channel signal, right. Just a minute. Right, and after that read data channel signal, start from R data to R valid. So first of all, we can see the value of AR ready, here is 0, and here at this postage, as you can see that vertical line, here it becomes high, right, and the value of AR valid is detected on this same clock as AR high, right. Just a minute. And after that the value of AR burst is 0 1, that means increment type. Value of AR-LAN is 0 0 1 1, that means 4 byte transfer. As we can see, 1 plus 2, that means 3, and 3 plus 1, what is 4 byte transfer. So and the value of AR size is 0 1 0, that means 2. So 2 raised to the power 2, that means 4 bytes in each transfer, okay. And the address is, let's say the address is 0, the initial address, right. So we initiate the information. These are our burst signal, AR burst, AR length, AR size. It will tell the information that what is the size of each transfer, what is the total length, and burst type, increment type, fixed type, or wrapping type. So here we take the example of increment type, right. So here handshaking mechanism is complete on the edge, and it will accept this address and control information. After that we can see over here at this clock edge, the handshaking mechanism for R ready and R valid is also high. You can see this signal is high, and this signal also becomes high over here, right. So now it will accept the first chunk of data. So the slave will send first 4 byte of data, and after that there is something called response signal. So response signal also tells that the transfer is successful, right. So it is okay, and after that it will send on next postage, it will detect, it will send next 4 byte of data on this edge, next 4 byte of data, and at the final edge it will send again 4 byte of data, and for each chunk it will send some response signals. So let's say the all response are okay, so okay here and here, here and here. So as you can see, there is a signal, as I discussed earlier, there is a R last signal. So this is our one burst transaction is complete, right. So why it is complete? How can we say? Because we know the length of transfer is 4 transfer. So first transfer, second transfer, third transfer, and fourth transfer. So this is 4 transfers are complete, and also we can check the AR size was 2, that means 2 raised to the power 2 is equal to 4 bytes. So each transfer consists 4 byte. As we can see, 4 byte transaction over here, over here, over here, and in last over here, right? So when it send the last chunk or last piece of data of a particular burst, so it will put R last signal high. It will tells to the master that okay, this is the last chunk of data of your burst what you have initiated, right? And R response signals is also sended for each chunks. As we can see, there are 4 chunks, first, second, third, fourth. So it will send fourth okay operation information, right? And also let's say R ready was previously already high and R valid at this age it is high, so this data is accepted, and this is high, this is accepted, this is high over here, so this is accepted, and this is. So this is all about read burst operations. So if you have any doubt, then please make a comment. Thank you.